What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TV Toycast YouTube channel, and today we are unboxing from Major and the Big Rubber Guys. It is the one and only, the legendary Macho Man, Randy Savage. Super excited to dive into this. And of course, this is the evergreen Macho Man, as it were, meaning it will always be available, but I believe they've said more recently that may not actually be the case. This was, of course, an in-stock drop. Very smart business decision, in my opinion, to do some of your more iconic characters as evergreen products, the Macho Man being the first, and we also know Ric Flair has joined this. And the Ric Flair even better because it came with the big gold belt. So very, very cool. This is classic Macho Man in his pink gear. The original release, as most of us know, had the orange gear Macho Man, the orange trunks, kind of like reminiscent of the Hasbro. This, of course, is more kind of like what his original LJN looked like. And he also had a green gear variant that was a WrestleCon exclusive. I have that one as well. But I had to get classic Macho Man. And, you know, initially when the Big Rubber Guys were hitting, I wasn't collecting them. I was like, I don't really need LJN style anymore. I'm past that, blah, 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 blah. You know, we've all heard that before, right? And Macho Man was one of the first ones where I was like, ooh, Macho Man. Like, I didn't expect them to be releasing guys that have already been done. I mean, I know we had Demolition initially, and the British Bulldogs came a little bit later, but I'm like, oh man, I didn't expect this necessarily. So it really caught me off guard. So glad I jumped in now because this Macho Man is incredible. I mean, look at this. I love the resealable packaging. Look at that. The classic bandana, the shades, the pink, the stars. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Such a good figure. Of course, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Big Rubber Guys. Logo right there. And then I'm going to show the back of it here because we are really seeing quite the roster getting built out here. A lot of these, I mean, I unboxed, obviously, as we know, Dusty Rhodes, the Warlord, and the Barbarian here on the channel. And Andre the Giant, I did that one as well. That was actually my very first unboxing video, as it were. I picked that one up off, I think, someone in the Facebook group because I didn't have it. I missed that one. But I'm pretty well caught up on the Big Rubber Guys now. I don't have the original Matt Cardona or Brian Myers, but I got the newer ones, and those will be unboxed soon. I do have Demolition, and I got the new ones coming as well, along with Crush, or a.k.a. Brian Adams, so that'll be really cool. But yeah, like I said, this line is growing, and it's getting deeper, and I love it. I think they're going to be so cool. I'm very excited to see where it's going to be in, like, say, 2 years or so. Most recently, the pre-order was Rambo, a.k.a. John Rambo from the film, Sylvester Stallone, and Kurt Sloan, a.k.a. Jean-Claude Van Damme from Kickboxer. Those may not be for everybody, but man, they were definitely for me. I thought that was such a fun idea. And getting a 80s action star, like, I could only imagine being a kid and being able to get an LJN Rambo to go into your Fig Fed. How cool would that have been? Or an LJN Jean-Claude Van Damme Kickboxer to go into your Fig Fed. Like, how cool would that have been if, the Powers of Pain are just destroying guys and, they start beating up. I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, let's say they're beating up, I don't know, Macho Man Randy Savage. How about that? And he needs a partner, and he finds Kurt Sloan, the Kickboxer, and, like, the booking on that is so much fun, and I think that's what's so cool about this. We are seeing so many different things, and of course for the month of June, if you're not aware, we have a really great pre-order up right now. 3 LJN era talents as well as a newer talent, Shotzi, as a Big Rubber gal, I guess, will be available. Only the second female behind Missy Hyatt, so that's pretty cool. But also up for pre-order are the Genius Leaping Lanny Poffo, complete with his graduation robe and hat and his I don't know what you call it, but it's like clipboard with his poetry. Very, very cool. Coco Beware, complete with Frankie. Unbelievable. And Coco, of course, had an LJN, but I think this one even better. The bright colors, the cool pose, very, very cool stuff. And finally, Sean Mooney. I recently unboxed the Grapplers and Gimmicks Retro Sean Mooney over there from Hastel Toys, the Grapplers and Gimmicks line. And getting an LJN Big Rubber Guy style Sean Mooney. Unbelievable. I believe our first announcer. We've gotten a referee with Earl Hebner, when we haven't gotten it yet, but it's coming. But I don't think we've had an announcer yet, so that's pretty cool to dive into that. But let's get Macho Man out of this package. Of course, resealable packaging here, so if you want to keep these, you can always throw it back in the box. I know some people like to get autographs. Of course, Macho Man's no longer with us and hasn't been for a while, so that's probably not one you're going to get autographed. But, for guys like Demolition, guys like Powers of Pain, absolutely keep it. Let's look at this guy. Man, look at that. What a great pose. Love that. Love the finger point. Oh, just such a good figure. Of course, we got Macho Man on the tights there. We got the stars on the boots. A little hard to see with the glare. That's a little bit better because of the bright yellow paint they used. And of course, they're both there. Stars on the trunks. And this is a classic Macho Man pose. Just such a good pose. The thing about holding these in your hands is it feels like an LJN. And, I know Travis had told me years ago that was the big thing for him, is it felt like an LJN. And another thing too with all these big rubber guys coming out, I'm kind of curious where the line's going to go, right? Because we're starting to see NWA talents like the Rock and Roll Express or Magnum TA enter the line. We're seeing some world class talents like Kerry Von Erich and Bruiser Brody enter the line. Who are some talents you would like to see? I mean, the line's going to continue. I think. I feel like popularity is growing and growing and growing, and there's so many possibilities, from managers to talents, guys who have never had figures. I think it's really cool. In fact, the other day I recorded a video for the next Tales of the Toy Box, and I'll tell you right now what it is. First, it's an exclusive right here. If it hasn't already dropped, which I don't think it will be, it's all about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They have teased doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the Big Rubber Guys line. That would be incredible to get that license. Like, how cool would that be to get a Michelangelo or a Raphael like this type of figure? That would be unbelievable, and pair them up with your wrestlers. I think that would be one of the coolest things ever. I know in the past they've talked about trying to license American Gladiators. We do know American Gladiators is returning to TV with Mike Mizanin, a.k.a. The Miz, as the host. How amazing would it be to get American Gladiators Big Rubber Guys? Again, to me, they fit right into that era. That started in 1989. Bam. And they went all the way through, 96? They fit the Hasbro era. They also fit the LJN era. I think that would be incredible. There's so many properties and licenses I would love to see with the Big Rubber Guys. It will be very interesting to see where the future of the line holds. But this Macho Man is awesome. Like I said, there's no articulation on these. These are almost, I guess, statues, but the feel of it, that's the thing. It's an LJN, man. You can feel the LJN. It's got the movability. And I love this figure because you could easily drop that top elbow right there. Bang! I know at SDCC in 2024, they basically announced, not their entire slate, but a pretty big slate of what they had coming up for 2025. And all the way up and through June, Coco Beware was announced. And so I'm hoping in SDCC in 2025 we get that same treatment with all their upcoming releases. Or not all of them, but some of their upcoming releases for 2026 and beyond. Because this is such a fun line. And the more I get these figures, the more I get excited about them. In fact, as I was about to sit down and record, I didn't have this video. I kind of pencil in what I want to record next because I want to try to hit all the different toy lines best I can. And I didn't have this one coming up, and I'm like, you know what? I want to unbox a freaking Big Rubber Guy. I haven't unboxed one in a while. Macho Man's next. Let's get him on the show. And I'm so glad I did because, oh man, what a great figure. And like I said, Macho Man will always be one of my favorites. I don't care what toy line it is. If they make a Macho Man, I may not buy all of them, but I will definitely get one because Macho Man has always been a favorite. And they're absolutely killing it. In fact, I do know there's been a little controversy with the website Wrestling Collector Shop because they sold a Macho King Big Rubber Guy. Totally different costume, totally different mold. Super excited for it. And I don't know the specifics, but Major issued a press release that they will be handling the distribution of that figure for anyone that bought it. So I don't know. I mean, that doesn't sound like all the money was allocated correctly. I don't want to speculate because I don't really know the specifics of it. He's still doing Instagram posts, Wrestling Collector Shop is, but I noticed he disabled comments, so there's definitely some sort of friction there. So I guess we'll see what happens. But I can't wait for the Macho King figure. That is ordered. That will be on the channel. Super excited about that. I believe he has a removable scepter and a removable crown. And I would have to think we'll get another Macho King down the road. Because Macho Man had so many looks. I would love to see the tasseled jacket down the road as well. Again, that might be my favorite version of Macho Man. But this fits that era. And I didn't order the orange one because I wasn't collecting at the time. And I didn't feel like I needed all three. But I'm really glad I got the pink because this is LJN to me. This is absolutely as close to that LJN Macho Man as you could ever get. Such a great figure. And, oh man, like I said, these guys get better each and every time. Very, very excited about the future of the Big Rubber Guys. But let me know, are you a Big Rubber Guys collector? Is that a line you enjoy? Is that a line you plan to collect more of? Because to me, they get better and better each and every release. But that's all I got for this TB Toycast unboxing. Make sure to check some of my other unboxing videos. This last week, I had some good ones. I unboxed from the Mattel Elite line, Flying Brian Pillman from the Hollywood Blondes. I mentioned it before. Sean Mooney from the Hastel Toy Grapplers and Gimmicks line. That was a lot of fun. And from Batman the Animated Series, I unboxed Two-Face from McFarlane Toys. So that was a pretty cool lineup of unboxings. Got a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline for this week as well. I'm actually looking at them right here, but no spoilers. You'll have to wait till Wednesday and Friday for those because they're going to be good ones. Of course, check out What's on the Pegs every Saturday to see what I'm finding out there in my toy hunts. And also check out once a month Tales of the Toy Box. Episode 3 will be all about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It will be coming very, very soon. Episode 1 and 2, of course. 1 on G.I. Joe Street Fighter, Episode 2 on WWF Hasbro. Check those out as well. And, of course, check out the TB Toycast podcast wherever you get your podcast. We do a new episode every Thursday with a different main event. We're also talking about all the news of the week, everything that's happening, everything that's got us excited, and maybe things we're selling, things we're finding, things we're purchasing. All that stuff is there as well. We have a lot of fun with the TB Toycast. Over 190 episodes and counting. We're almost hitting that 200 episode mark, which is crazy to think. So check out the TB Toycast wherever you get your podcast. And, of course, if you're a fan of the Big Rubber Guys, MajorCollect.com or CollectMajor.com. I don't remember the exact title, but it is. I'll put it up right here. Like I said, they have a new pre-order up for the month of June. They have several in stock. If you missed a couple of the releases, I know Harley Race, who I have over here, will be unboxed soon. I know he's still available, last I checked, as well as, I believe, the Road Warriors, Matt Hardy, and several others still available. So if you missed any, check those out. Don't miss out on the Big Rubber Guys because you'll be like I did, and you'll be disappointed if you passed on them. Lots of good ones coming up. Can't wait for the future. One of my absolute favorite lines going. But thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That is the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. And we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.